Hello and welcome to edition 9 of Icy Sundays with Jewel Kitten 38. The date today is Sunday, the 12th of November. Yes it is, because last Sunday was the 5th. I don't think I actually mentioned that in edition 8 of Icy Sunday, which of course came live from Blackpool. I'm very excited about the fact that it came live from Blackpool. I wish every episode could, every edition of this, that'd be pretty good, you know, because then I don't know, I could do it like live from the ice arena or near the ice arena, like ICY. But of course I can't go down to Blackpool every Sunday, more's the pity. Anyway, what I mentioned in that video was that the JH Rocks, obviously the JH Rocks is James Horrocks, may be coming back next summer for Hot Ice, which is pretty exciting. I don't know whether it's like common knowledge what he's doing now, but the guy's 18, well he's just turned 19, so yeah, it's pretty obvious what he's doing. And I thought, well, they tend to get quite long breaks, don't they? It's summertime, so you know, people who are doing what he's doing, so maybe he will get to come back and he will have the time to be in Hot Ice again, which is very exciting. But I don't actually know for sure. That's just kind of like maybe. So he's not down on the list. But I, for one, really hope that is true. So that's quite good. Obviously not much has been happening on the Hot Ice scene that I've seen, apart from, thank you, Amanda Thompson OBE. Yes, she did tweet the kind of poster, like the full version of it now. I think it's a full version, I'm not sure if it's quite finished, but yeah, it was sometime last week, and my printout of it is basically not very good, okay? So, we're not going to be showing that very much. I'll give you a quick, like, that's my printout. It's pretty rubbish. Obviously, as you may or may not have guessed, I don't control the printer and the ink and whatnot, and when it gets changed in this house, so, yeah, I have, like, petitioned for the ink to be changed so that I can get more decent printouts, but it's not happened yet, so hey ho. Just get yourself on the Amanda Thompson OBE's Twitter feed and check out the post for yourself, because it's pretty good. It is like what was already there, it's just got an image of a skater. Now, well, an image on like what? It's just on some kind of like swing thing, it looks like, and I don't actually know who this skater is, this female, so I don't know. I'll probably have that as a bit of a mission to try and find out. I'll probably like, you know, go through the cast list on Wikipedia for the past few shows and just research the skaters, the female ones, and try and find out who it is, because I really want to know who it is. Obviously I recognised it being Madeline last year because, not last year, this year, in this year's advertising posters, because she was in it last year, so I saw her, but I really don't recognise this skater, unless it's just, I don't know, I'm being really stupid and I can't really recognise the face in this particular poster. Maybe I'll find out that it actually is someone I have seen perform in Hot Ice last couple of years, and then I'll feel really stupid. But anyway, so yeah, it's a nice kind of, yeah, it's a nice vibe. I like the whole natural feel of it, and like with the sort of like mountains and whatnot. But when I think Mesmerise, I kind of think very multicoloured. I think very like the pizzazz and the glitter and the multicoloured whole thing of a Hot Ice show, which is what you see. But I don't know, I guess she's gone with a more kind of mesmerising, natural kind of feel, and that's pretty good. That's cool. The thing that I'm coming to realise about Hot Ice, when I look back over some of my videos that I made about the shows this year, it's realising that a lot of the times I'll go, oh, this was changed, or there was a choreography change, or this was new, or this new lift, and it's like, no. I don't know where my head was at while saying that, but things don't change. The choreography is how it is, and it stays the same, from opening night to closing night, pretty much. I don't think things were ever changed. That's just me getting confused. And also, yeah, the fact being that the thing with Hot Ice is, I think, like, some people have kind of, I've seen complaining online about how fact that it doesn't really change much from year to year, or it seems very samey, but I think that's the kind of the whole point. Like, you get an experience on ice, you go to see a really good ice show and performance, but obviously, like, you will hear Louise Walden-Edwards say in her interview on like one of the official Hot Ice videos that Blackpool Pleasure Beach has put out on YouTube, that, you know, some routines are kept in from previous years, and some of them are changed and whatnot. So I think you can just see that from the fact that all the titles are like Entice, Allure, Obsession. It's all kind of the same kind of vein, really, and it's just like supposed to be a really good ice experience. And I think that's probably the reason why you don't see the cast members linked up to their faces, is so that you can kind of think, well, you're not supposed to just really go to see certain performers, because the performers do change every year, and that's why probably they just use the pictures from last year's show in the following year's programme. So like last year's show in 2016 for Obsession, I was thinking, like, why don't I see pictures of like Dennis Dobrasov in costume? And it was obviously because he wasn't in 2015's Desire, but you do see it this year because it shows pictures of him when he did Under the Stars in 2016, even though you didn't see that in this year's show Dreams. So I guess that's just not so important. It's just like, go enjoy the icy experience, and yeah, whatever the theme kind of is. And even though obviously it did have a dream theme this year, and it was like that kind of, you had a nightmare, you had a dream kind of bit, it's like, yeah, maybe don't get so hung up on like specific performers and stuff, which I need to take note of, because we all know that I like certain performers more than others. Anyway, I've just realised what I haven't done, which is the countdown. It is of course just 7 days less than what I've shown you last week. It was 242 days away, and now, 7 days on, it's 235 days away. Of course it is. Mesmerise 2018. And yeah, we have nothing else to say. So this concludes this edition 9 of Icy Sundays, where we prefer our ice.